Most e-commerce brands are leaving thousands of dollars on the table, not because they are not using Klaviyo, but because they are actually using it wrong. I've seen it over and over again. Brands that barely send any emails and then they wonder why their revenue is stuck at 10 to 15%. Brands that obsess over fancy designs instead of focusing on what actually drives revenue. And brands that have absolutely zero knowledge about the customer behavior and customer buying habits, so they send the wrong messaging at the absolutely worst time. But here's the thing, email is not just a marketing tool in your marketing arsenal, it's actually a money printing machine. And today I'm pulling back the curtain on the 3 most powerful email marketing hacks that helped me generate 30 million in email revenue for e-commerce brands on behalf of our clients. These are the advanced tactics that will immediately improve your click rates, your open rates, your sales. Hey, my name is Lucas and I'm helping e-commerce brands scale their email marketing revenue by optimizing their strategy, optimizing their copy, optimizing their designs, their deliverability, basically everything that comes with email marketing. And here's what we're going to cover today in this video. First, we're going to talk about plain text emails, why they are so powerful and why they are even better than designed ones. I'm also going to talk about how understanding your customer avatar is the most important thing you can do for your brand and how that actually changes everything. And the last thing I'm going to walk you through is why most brands simply do not send enough emails and how they can make more money by simply doing that, simply sending more email. This entire video is not based on theory. This is all based on client results and generating over 30 million in the last 3 years on behalf of our clients. So let's jump straight into this. What is up? Welcome to this video. We're going to jump straight into this and we're going to start with why plain text emails convert better than designed ones, and especially the heavy designed ones. So if you've ever spent hours perfecting the design of an email, adding the perfect images, bold colors and fancy typography only to get low open rates and even lower conversions, to be honest, you're not alone. Because most brands assume that the more visually appealing an email looks, the better it performs. But in reality, some of the highest converting emails I've ever sent had zero image, zero heavy branding, just the good old plain text email. Why? In my opinion, because plain text emails feel like a real conversation, right? Think about it. When a friend emails you, do they send you a fully designed graphic with logos and fancy fonts? Probably no, right? They just type up a message, and that's exactly why plain text emails work better, because they feel personal. So that's one point, but let's break down the 3 big reasons why plain text emails crush over designed ones. The first ones, as I said, they look like personal messages, which essentially builds trust. Most marketing emails scream promotion. Let's be honest, open up your email, you'll see so many emails and they're just promotion, promotion, promotion. They look like a mass send from a brand trying to sell you something. And to be honest, customers see them, they know they're being sold to and instantly tune out. But a well-crafted plain text email, on the other hand, it feels like, as I said, it's written just for them. It's authentic, direct, and it doesn't come off as another polished sales pitch, right? Instead of sending, hey, check out our latest sale, 20% off site-wide with, the hero image, big flashy GIF, whatever. You just, run up a plain text email. Hey, Lucas, just a quick heads up. We're running a sale for our VIPs and I want you to miss it out. Let me know if you have any questions before it ends. Super simple. It's, I wouldn't try this exact example, but just see the difference. The next one is they perform better when it comes to deliverability and they avoid spam filters. One of the biggest email killers is getting stuck in spam or promotions folders, right? And guess what? Heavily designed emails, they are way more likely to be flagged. Email providers like Gmail and Outlook, they prioritize plain text email because they look like real messages, not ads. And when you remove excessive images, large file size, and flashy design emails, your emails are more likely to land in the primary inbox. If you've ever watched one of our other videos, make sure to check out the deliverability guide because I actually go through how you can adjust designed ones to actually have the best deliverability. Make sure to check that out. But essentially, if your emails keep getting lost in promotions or spam, here's a quick fix. Try sending a plain text one. Just to, test it at a segment of your list and compare the open rates. You'll be shocked by the difference. Next one, they load faster and they work better on mobile. Over 60% of email opens happen on mobile, right? And the more complex your design is, the harder it is to read, to be honest. And here are the most common issues with design-heavy emails. First of all, they have slow loading times. People bounce before they even read it. Can reduce that by running things to tinyjpeg.com. You compress images, but still, it's kind of, it takes some time to load. The second, broken layouts on mobile screen. Most of the time, people just run one simple image, not for desktop and mobile optimized at the same time. So there's a bit of a layout broke. And the next one is too much clutter, which means that the call to action sometimes is unclear with heavy designed ones. In comparison, a simple, clean, plain text email, it just loads instantly, it's easy to read, and it gets straight to the point. For example, here's some examples. Essentially, you don't have that many distractions, no unnecessary design, you could just simply show it immediately, just a direct personal message that feels like it was written by a real person. So how can you implement this in your overall email marketing Klaviyo strategy? Because this is all good and stuff, but you want better open rates, you want better clicks, you want better sales immediately. So the first thing that I would do is A/B test plain text versus designed emails and key flows. So for example, you can go into your flows, you can check out the abandoned checkout, you could do it in the welcome flow, you can do it in the post purchase, and then just have an A/B test, the same messaging style, plain text versus the design heavy ones, and then you could see after a while whether the plain text one outperforms or the design one. The next one, you should always keep your email simple and conversational. So I would not go crazy there. Even if you're writing with AI, try to write like a person, polish it up afterwards to make it as someone from the team wrote it, and just keep it natural, direct, and engaged in like a message you would send a friend one, right? Not just the written ones from ChatGPT. I think most of the time, if you're not prompting properly, which very rarely I see someone prompting really good, you just see it immediately. Awesome. So that's that. And then you can also do some deliverability stuff inside Klaviyo, see if you have any issues with deliverability. I have a dedicated video on that, so I'm not going to go into crazy details here. What you can definitely do is you can, instead of heavy designed ones, you can send from a plain text with a plain text version, and then you can also adjust the personal sender name, which works really, really well. So instead of saying like Ecommerce is sending that, it's actually Lucas from Ecommerce, and that way it's more personal, especially if you then do the plain text one. Super, super powerful. The next one, in my opinion, super, super huge point that helped us generate that much money is understanding your brand and especially your customer behavior, because essentially that's the key to sending emails that actually convert. Not just emails, but overall understanding the customer and being able to communicate like them. And to be honest, most e-com brands, they send emails absolutely blindly. They have no real strategy behind what to send, when to send, or how often. Instead, they just guess what the customer wants to hear. They basically copy what other brands are doing, and they just follow some random email schedule that has zero connection to how their customers actually buy. They basically just hope for the best and then wonder why engagement is low and why sales are so inconsistent. The brand that dominate email marketing, they are sending the right emails to the right people at the right time. So let's break this into 3 key steps on how you can actually implement this. The first one, you want to identify how often your customers naturally buy. So before you're starting sending emails, you need to understand your customer buying habits, which basically means, you don't want to bombard them too soon and you don't want to wait too long, because then you're eventually losing this in, right? So if you think about it, it actually makes sense, right? Because for example, a skincare brand, they have customers who reorder every 30 to 60 days because they naturally run out of a product, right? But let's say, hypothetically speaking, a luxury furniture brand, on the other hand, they have customers who buy once every 6 to 12 months due to the higher price point, due to the nature of the products that they are buying. Now, here's where most brands go wrong, right? If a skincare brand only emails once a month, they're missing out on repeat sales, right? If a luxury brand emails twice, 3 times a week with heavy promotions, they're simply just pushing too hard and actually annoying their audience. So what you should do is you should go into Klaviyo and you can check customer lifetime value, and you can also check the average between repeat purchases. And that basically gives you a good understanding of where you're at and how you can basically lay out a strategy in terms of when to send what flow. And that also gives you a good understanding of if you want to have a win-back sequence, if you want to have a customer win-back, a reminder flow, when to send what, how long flows should be. And just in general, gives you a lot of good data in terms of how you can use that within your email marketing, right? And that's essentially how you can match your customers' buying behavior to sending emails when people are most likely to buy. As I said, it heavily depends what brand you're running, what niche you're running, what price point you're running, and the natural, buying behavior from your customer. The next one is your email tone with brand identity. So in my opinion, not all brands should sound the same in the emails. Your messaging needs to reflect who you are as a brand and how your customer perceives you. For example, a high-end jewelry brand, they should keep emails minimalistic, refined, and you should highlight VIP, exclusivity, experience, luxury. But on the other hand, a fun, playful skincare brand, they should probably be a bit more conversational. You have some angles that you can run because you have some engaging copy and stuff like that. You don't want to sound super generic. That's kind of where most brands go wrong. Instead, you don't want to be like a company in any industry. Most brands have no personality, no connection. They just pretty much just another email in the inbox. So instead of doing that, you should check out customer reviews, product pages that perform really well. You should do some customer research. You can do Amazon reviews. You can do Reddit forums. You can work with AI, provide provide some examples and just basically naturally see how people describe your brand, describe problems they are having, describing the solutions, describing the thoughts, describing their day-to-day life, and basically that should be kind of the tone of voice. You should mirror that language, not just on your page, but also on your emails, right? So basically what you're trying to achieve here is that the message itself feels familiar and aligned with what your customers already expect from you and what they already expect from themselves when it comes to what they're trying to buy. I do have some examples here, but I'm going to skip that. You just want to, as I said, not sound like any other brand or like any other solution. You want to make it really connecting with the customer, with their thoughts, with where they stand when it comes to their journey, and make them a hero when it comes to your emails. Awesome. Next one is why sending more emails boosts revenue without annoying your customers. And I think this is the biggest one that I see when I'm auditing accounts, and I'm auditing a lot of accounts. And it's simply that people do not send enough emails. Like when we do audits, the first thing that I usually point out is just send more emails. So let's continue with the next one, which is why sending more emails boosts revenue without annoying customers. And I think this is the biggest thing that I usually encounter when I audit accounts. It's just people do not send enough emails. I'm not 100% sure if that's like a belief system that is not working in their favor, or they just simply are lazy, or they don't have the capacity. Whatever it is, this is like the first thing I usually call out. In my opinion, it's one of the biggest conceptions in email marketing, the fear of sending too many emails. And I've seen it dozens and dozens of times. As I said, most brands, they assume that if they email too often, customers will get annoyed, unsubscribe, or mark them as spam. So what they do to play it safe is they send one email per week, maybe two if there's like a big sale, if there's like a launch or something. They hesitate to follow up because they don't want to be pushy. And they pretty much treat email like a backup channel and not like a money machine. But after working with hundreds of e-commerce brands, I can tell you most companies, they aren't sending too many emails. They're sending too few. And because of that, they are losing revenue every single day. So let's break this down into 3 parts. And I think that's very, very important. And that's why it's kind of the last part. First of all, why more emails equal more revenue if you're doing it right. The second one is how to fight for inbox space and avoid getting ignored. And the third one is the exact strategy for increasing email volume without annoying your customers. So let's talk about why sending more emails will make you more money. Let's be real. People don't check their inbox once a day and carefully read every email. They skim, they ignore, they delete, and sometimes they forget to open emails they actually meant to get. So if you're only sending one email per week, there's a high probability that your audience never even sees it. That's why, in my opinion, sending more emails isn't about spamming. It's about staying visible. You'll be at the top of their mind consistently. And that's the point, being on top of their mind. And here's how to make sure your emails actually get noticed. First of all, you need to shift your mindset. Instead of worrying about sending too much, focus on sending enough so you don't disappear from the inbox. See how powerful that change in thought pattern? Second, understand that even your best customer, they need multiple reminders before they take action. If you're not following up, they pretty much forget that you exist. And it's the hard truth. Like, you do not remember what you ate a week ago, right? You just simply have so much stuff going on, and that's pretty much for everyone. Third one, if you're not emailing them consistently and they're the ones making the sale instead. The email inbox is full of emails, but the wallet of your customers is not full of money. So their money is a limited resource, while their inbox is an unlimited resource. So make sure that they are spending the money with you instead of your competitor. Awesome. So conclusion, in the brands that win in email marketing, they are the ones who show up consistently with value. Let's talk second step, why sending more emails help you stay visible in a crowded inbox. As I said, your customers' inbox are flooded with emails from dozens and dozens of brands, promotions, newsletter, automated reminders, and of course we do always have some spammers. With that much noise, if you're not showing up consistently, your emails will get buried. And when you don't email often enough, here's what happens. First of all, your brand becomes forgettable and customers stop expecting to hear from you. Second of all, your engagement drops, fewer opens, fewer clicks, and fewer conversions. And third, your competitors take over and someone else fills the inbox space you should have owned. Email is a competition. That's why so many brands do not understand it. The brands that win in email marketing, they consistently and strategically send emails. If you're not actively showing up in your customer's inbox, someone else will, as I said. So instead of worrying about sending too many emails, the real question is, are you sending enough to stay on top of mind? Let's talk a little bit about how to increase email volume without losing subscribers. A lot of brands freak out about sending too many emails, worried that they annoy your audience or cause mass unsubscribes. But the truth is, people don't leave because you send more emails. They leave because your emails feel repetitive, impersonal, or salesy. So the key here to increasing email volume without losing subscribers is simple: balance frequency with value. So you need to segment your audience instead of blasting to everyone. So you can do highly engaged, you can less engaged, you can do non-bias, you can bias, you can just have, mix with that if you're at a really high volume already. The second one is you definitely want to mix promotional emails with value driven. So you can do educational ones, like, teach customers about your products, about their fear, about what they experience in their day-to-day life. You can, show some social proof. You can show some behind the scenes. You basically want to balance value, not just like, hey, 20% off, 30% off, 25% off, because that's what most brands actually, think about when they are thinking about emails. They just, think about 20% off offers or whatever. The third one is you definitely want to make emails feel personal. As I said, plain text email, conversational tone, sender name adjustments. You want to, make them engaged in that. You make them feel part of your email marketing. That's like the best email marketing strategy. Awesome. We covered the 3 tricks that helped me generate over 30 million in email revenue on behalf of our clients. Let's sum it up real quick. The first one is definitely send plain text email. The second one, try to really understand your customers. And the third one, send more emails. If you want us to audit your entire email marketing account, then make sure to schedule a call with me. There's a link in the description. You can click on it, and then we basically have a super chill conversation. And by the end, you get a really, really in-depth audit about your email marketing efforts and how we can help you make more money. Awesome. If not, I see you on the next one, and stay sharp.